Hey everybody, it's your girl, Coach Jacqui. Welcome to Win the Day. We are here every week just to speak a word of encouragement into your life to go for the John 10:10 life. You know what? This could be the best year of your life, but you have to win the day. That's how we win the week, win the month, win the year. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is successful or wins without daily disciplines. So I'm excited about our topic today. We're going to be talking about the potential principle, and this is really part 4 of believing is seeing. Are you ready? Let's grow. Did I say thank you for joining me? Well, anyway, the last 3 weeks, we have been talking about believing is seeing. We said that on our journey of creating the life we want, we have to believe first. Why? Because belief drives behavior. And if you have been trekking with me for any time, you know you're going to hear me say that. Belief drives behavior. So faith starts with a belief. Faith sees what hasn't been manifested in the natural yet. It deals with what exists but is invisible. So we asked you to consider what if your desired outcome is possible? What if you truly believed that it's possible? So your behavior will show up in your behavior. Then, after you believe your dream is possible, by faith, you must begin to see it, to conceive it. You have to become pregnant with it, and then you release it as you begin to declare it. There it is again. It shows up in your life. When a woman is pregnant, it shows, right? So we learned that as you go after your dream, you're going to have to fight on 2 fronts. You've got the outside conditions and circumstances in your physical world, and then there's that internal battle, man, that battle within. But we also learned and talked about that we have to come from the place of living from who we are and what we know and identify that as our truth versus trying to live into it. Because when we live from that place, I'm already that. I'm already there. You live from your I ams. And your vision determines your destiny. What you see determines your destiny. And with that in mind, today I want to talk about the potential principle. And it has to do with, yeah, you guessed it, what you see. So the question for you today is, what do you see? And a portion of this teaching today is coming from the book Releasing Your Potential by Dr. Miles Monroe. This is a book that I have had possession of. I can't even find it right now. There it is. Possession. Let me tear stuff up. This book has been, this started me actually on my journey of understanding potential and releasing potential. And I've given so many copies away. So today we're talking about the potential principle. And here's what I mean. What do you see when you look at an acorn or an apple seed? And so for today's lesson, let's just use an apple seed. Okay? Will you do something with me? Imagine with me. I want you to open up your hand and imagine. Come on, imagine with me. Hold out your hand and imagine that you have an apple seed in your hand. Okay? Now, as you hold this apple seed in your hand, you hold much more than one seed. And here's what I mean. In every seed, there is a tree. Come on, somebody. And in every tree, there are apples with seeds in them. And the seeds contain more apple trees with seeds in them. And the seeds contain more apple trees that contain fruit, that contain seeds, and so on. Are you with me? Now, in fact, you hold one apple seed. In fact, but in truth, you hold an entire orchard. That is potential. What yet can be. Possibility. And here's what I want you to know today. I want you to know that there is more to you than meets the eye. Here's the thing. The potential is already in the seed. The apple seed doesn't have to try to be an apple seed or a tree or an orchard. It already is. Remember the I am principle. It starts with being one with its source. However, in order for the potential to be manifested, the seed, it has to be planted and cultivated and nurtured. The earth is going to do its job. But the seed, it has to be planted, or it does what? It just remains a seed. Remember, a seed is only the promise of a tree until it's planted. So do your work. Keep growing yourself. Keep learning. Keep challenging yourself. And keep advancing confidently in the direction of your dream. There is more to you than meets the eye. Here's what I'm learning. Remember that battle on two fronts? When I have a need or a desire and I look at it in the natural and it looks like it's not enough, and my situation may be speaking to me, sometimes even screaming to me that if I give or if I invest in the need in front of me, then I'm not going to have enough. At that time, I don't see increase. I don't see abundance, right? I see fear and I see lack of running out or not having enough. I see the wall. I see the challenge. I see the roadblock. I see the circumstance. But here's the deal. I've been studying and meditating and confessing what I believe, that is not all there is. And if I hold on to this, what's in my hand in the natural, then I'm saying that that's all there is. And I'm not making room for more. So I'm learning to give, to invest, pay that darn bill, buy the plane ticket, invest in the coach or mentorship or your business, but just keep moving forward. And when I find myself coming up against the barrier, that wall, I'm learning to say to myself, go ahead, release it, invest it, because that's not all there is. And I ask myself and I ask the Holy Spirit, how can I create more revenue and more increase to purchase the thing or to invest or supply the upcoming need? And I'm going to tell you, this has brought great liberty to my life. And each time provision has been met. And this takes growth, and it takes courage, and it takes trust. Now, I'm not talking about being frivolous or irresponsible. It's conducting my life as a good steward and constantly moving confidently in the direction of my dream, of what I say I believe and what God has called me to do. Listen, we live in an abundant universe of limitless supply, and we serve the God of the universe, who is a God of abundance. So here's what I want you to do. When you look at your current situation or circumstance, don't just see it for what it looks like right now. See it for what it can be. See the possibility for more, for better. Stop jumping to the negative and look, search for the good. Did you know that you get what you look for? What you expect to see, you see. I want you to remember the seed in your hand. And when we expect to see more, to see increase, when we look for it, when we expect it, it reveals itself to us. But remember, you also have to do the work. Listen, there is more to you than meets the eye. You are capable of so much more than you are presently thinking, imagining, doing, or being. And I see potential in you. Remember the line? This is so funny. This came to me. Remember the line Julia Roberts says to Kit in the end, you have potential, Kit DeLuca. I'm saying to you, you have potential, child of God. Let's grow. So what do you believe? Can you see it? Once you see it, release it, speak it, and keep on speaking it until it manifests. Faith is the catalyst that makes things happen in life. It lifts you above the outward evidence of your life and empowers you to bring light out of darkness. And how do we accomplish the impossible? By doing the next possible thing in front of you. Now, what one thing will you do today to get you closer to your dream? Now, remember, you can register for our Be Transformed 6-week class intensive where we deal with this at a much deeper level. And will you do me a favor? Pray with us for the refreshing retreat. It's this weekend. Every year I invite a small group of 8 to 10 women to steal away with me and allow me to pour into them. And I have a group of 8 women joining me this weekend. I'm so excited. So thank you for praying with us. And if you're interested, be on the lookout for the 2020 dates. Now that's our time for today. You know the drill. Don't you dare grow alone. Share this broadcast with a friend. You have so much more. Let us have it. And I will see you next time on Win the Day with Coach Jacqui.